Hi, and congratulations on your purchase of your Spirit Deluxe camper. In a few minutes, this is going to be my home away from home. The Spirit Deluxe has all the features my wife and I love, and it has heaps of internal space. Now, we've been all over Australia in this camper, and it's a breeze to set up. Now, firstly, you just need to park where you intend to set up camp. Now, the camper footprint is all you need to set up the main tent, and you'll need some extra room, of course, if you want to set up the awning and the floors and wall as well. Come on, let's set it up. The first thing you do is apply the handbrake, mount the jockey wheel, chock the wheels, and then you can detach the chains and pin if you want to move your vehicle. Now, you drop down the legs, adjust the height to level your trailer. Then we release the spare wheel holder. Now here's a handy tip if you plan to release the twin wheel holder on your own. Release enough strap on the winch so it can reach the back. We're going to use the winch to lower the back wheel holders. Now that we've released the spare wheel holder, we're going to set up the main tent. So firstly, you unlatch all the clips, attach the front winch. Oh, and here's a little tip too. We raise the top, use one of the poles to hold it up, which will take a lot of pressure off the mounting points and make the winching easier. Now, to give you more control, we're going to use the rear winch when you're opening it up. And of course, it's a necessity when you're closing the thing later. We unlock the back of the trailer and we slide it out. Next, we remove the poles from the pole storage area and group them into their different types. Corner stays with the short C-clip and the rubber stop at the end. You're going to need 2 of these to set up your main tent. Window stays with the short spigot and the hook. You're going to need a few of these to set up your stormproof windows. Then the ridge poles, which have the long hook and the flat ends, you're going to need a few of these to set up your extra room or awning. Spreader poles with C-clips at both ends. Now you need these to tighten up the tent, make it nice and taut. And uprights with spigots and rubber ends. Now you'll need these when you're setting up your awning. You're also going to need a few of these ridge poles that are flat on both ends when you're setting up your awning. To set up your main tent, you need 2 corner stays, a small and 2 large spreader poles. Once inside the tent, you can extend the hood bows and then put in the corner stays. And you use spreader poles to tighten up the tent. So the main tent setup is complete. Didn't take long. We can pull out the kitchen and open up the fridge. But before that, we'll set up the annex. Now, you can do that by yourself, but it's better if you have a friend help you. Now, to make life easier, you lower the main tent and lay out all your poles. You're going to need 4 ridge poles, which hook on here, there and there. Slide them out. Remember, the lock nut is to be down so it doesn't damage the canvas. Now that we have our main poles in place, we zip the roof to the main tent. And there you have it. We have the awning roof up and ready to go. Now, next to do is put in the floor or any of the walls as you please. And there you have it. The Spirit Deluxe completely set up, including the floor and walls, and with this version, it even comes with an ensuite for a shower and toilet. Now, let's pack it all up. Now here's a little tip for you when you're packing up your camper van. Don't forget to undo these Velcro bits on the back section. Now up to this point, packing up's been pretty easy. You just fold up all the canvases and keep the poles together. But I have a couple of packing up tips for you. You can use the space in here to put your spare poles or tent pieces, but do not go higher than here. And the other tip is, please make sure you put this away and lock it before closing the lid. When you're packing up on your own, using the front winch to raise the dual wheel holder is a breeze. Now this is a very important tip. Don't have your winch hook facing down like this. It's very dangerous, puts undue stress onto the point there. Just have it up like that. Now remember, this can be opened and closed by hand. But if you've got someone with you, you can use the winch. Just lift it up a little bit to take some pressure off. And if you don't have anyone, you're by yourself, just use one of the poles to hold it up a little. Next, you go around the camper, making sure you tuck in all the canvas, and then we're going to latch it down. Closing the spare wheel holder is easy with two people, but it can be even easier if you're by yourself if you use the winch. So once it's up, you lock it into place and then take the hook off. And don't forget to put up the drop-down stabilizing legs. And finally, make sure the trailer's all connected up. Then stow away your jockey wheel safely or fold it up depending on what model you have, and then you can go. Thank you for watching our instructional video. Enjoy your camper, and we'll catch you next time.